Greetings, I am Liz, and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal, and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
Alright, so, you suspect right, so what you gonna do about it?
I think it's time we had another little chat with my court.
I still don't understand. He has all these people he works for. You should check out the courtiers. What? He has people who work for him? That was still the funniest thing.
Also going, how did you make the connection to the courtiers? Thank you for your help, Star. I believe we have our purpose now. Our purpose. Nadia, you keep including yourself in a thing that doesn't include you. Because it's literally been said by two supernatural beings, this is only about the MC. And
well, I wonder if, getting to the star is actually the end of it, though.
And that it's not just your journey for self-discovery, but only you can defeat the devil. We have our purpose.
It is conflicting, because I still can't decide either.
It's okay.
That's fine. If you lose your way, you know where to find me.
Yeah, it won't be hard
adorable.
Won't be hard to get back here at all. Just another trial through the maze.
We bring along Nadia. Oh, I'm sorry. Nadia takes my hand, and together we leave the lighthouse.
Down a really long tunnel of stairs.
The return journey to Nadia's gate is entirely uneventful, and we make it back easily. Unlike in Julian's route, where
it's a pain in the butt.
God, he was such a mess.
Where it took a really long time,
What are you doing caretaking this whole time?
It's fine.
We make it back easily. As soon as we arrive, Nadia drops down to sit at the sand at the edge of the surf. Why are we... What are we doing?
Time still moves
She
differently.
carefully tugs her boots off and rolls up the cuffs of her pants, and then dips her toes into the sparkling water. Nadia, what are you doing? I move? No, I don't.
I go, I have more sense of urgency than this.
Uh-huh.
We're done now, let's get moving.
I'm not going to ask questions about how the hell do we even think about the courtiers, why the courtiers, what about the courtiers?
What are we,
What the fuck?
What's
Why?
What's our plan of attack together
Yeah.
if this is what we're doing, or if it's what you're doing with your courtiers, how can I support?
Right? Because I can't actually do anything, even if I am basically your what? I'm still a commoner.
But
most
also
likely.
just unless you're sitting down to do tactical, approach plans, communicate about this, what are we doing?
I stand there and I watch her, but apparently this one goes, I move to sit down next to her, our shoulders bumping together.
What? Our work is never over, is it? Okay, but Nadia?
This is so Nadia.
Nadia, you are so tone deaf to this MC. 100%. You hired them to work for you. Our work is never over. Your entire life is a job, Nadia. You married into and or took over a job. You left your home to get a job as a countess. Your work is never over. Your whole life is leadership and work, and you don't
actually
retire.
also specifically apparently got married to this person to make a change and
Which is
do
work.
stuff, which is job.
Which is work.
But I'm also like, this is so Nadia. Nadia going, I don't want to do work. I don't want to actually do a job. I don't want to actually do the thing that I say that I want to do. I talk about it. I'm all talk, but I'm not actually, this is not who I am. This is probably what she's been told she should be.
Uh-huh.
Based on
and what she's just been
everything.
exposed to of this is just what you do.
Uh-huh.
So she just hasn't fathomed something else.
Yes.
And I'm just like, Nadia, no.
So tired, it's fine.
You hate work.
It really is.
I don't think it will always be like this, but ruling is a heavy burden.
Corazon vaguely going, we've been taking so many breaks. What are you talking about?
This is that person at work that every 30 minutes wants a break.
Uh-huh.
And they're going, is it break time yet?
Uh-huh. And you're like,
No.
no.
You were just on break. Or the one person that is just smokes every 15 minutes.
Yes. Yes. And you're like, holy shit, man.
Dude, you spent half of your entire work shift smoking and the other half working. You were here for 8 hours and you smoked for 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
Dude, if you put that all together, it was sitting outside smoking for 4 hours. That would be Nadia.
That would be Nadia.
Also going, I don't think it will always be like this. And going, your whole life is a literal job.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you don't get days off in the same way.
No.
Unless you specifically schedule them for yourself. You are your own boss.
Now, the thing that makes, of course, the classist system interesting in this case is you can go, well, I deserve breaks, which is also where you and I don't get this, because she'd be like, God, I'm so tired. Someone who is like, I actually have had to do a significant amount more, and that I'm expected to do more, because the morality of hard work.
I feel like...
And also reinforcing basically the divinity and also right of aristocracy to do whatever the fuck they want. You'd be like, no, I have to do this. I have to support you in being a lazy fuck.
Well, also there's the experience of...
Eat the rich. That includes Nadia.
Nom
Nom,
nom.
nom, nom.
Nom nom.
Nom, nom. I'll tell you what kind of work we can do.
Here, I've got a type of work to show you. I'm just like, I have so much to say about this. I will leave it be.
We've said a lot about how
ruling is a heavy burden.
that you don't do. She shakes her head in sighs, resting her head on her own shoulder because I'm not down there. But resting her head on my shoulder.
Resting her head against my knee. Leans back against my knee or shin or whatever. Because I'm standing over here.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? Nadia,
no, come here.
gently just sitting in the sand, looking comfy, toes gently playing in the water, looks back at you. You're standing like a foot or two behind her, just staring.
Her.
And she's
And
just like planks out to put her head against your shin or whatever. Looks straight up at you. Woo!
You're not getting the hint, are you?
It feels easier with you next to me. I'll say blushingly.
We're not doing a premium scene, just so you know. I reach out and gently run my hands through her hair, smoothing any stray strands.
We're still in the Arcana realm, so you know what? There wouldn't be any stray strands.
Because Nadia would specifically want to have stray strands.
I say this would be her vision of herself. There wouldn't be any.
She makes a soft, low noise in the back of her throat and melts further into my touch.
I hope someone else is appreciating the nonsense MC voice as much as I am, because it threw me off really bad when my friend first did it, and I just kind of freaking love it now.
We sit there for a long moment before she sighs and sits back up, clearing her throat.
And while the MC is doing this in their shadow way, Corazon is sitting there watching and frowning. Nadia imagining them sitting next to her, fawning over her gently. There's this little just sort of like transparent dream version of Corazon sitting next to Nadia, smiling and looking horny, and actual Corazon just standing there going, "Oh, that's what you want, is it?
Is it?
Interesting.
Fascinating.
You don't even care if I'm in this conversation."
Nope.
On our journey back, I was considering how best to interrogate the courtiers.
Thank you.
Now Corazon is paying attention.
Boink, we're back on task.
Also, though, I'm just like, can you imagine it? Nadia, just so entrenched in basically the power of the realm, just produces a phantom, Corazon next to them to just have this conversation.
You know what I think is really interesting? They really don't give you any time to actually explore your own, basically, spiritual self.
Nope.
As it were. Like, and I mean, like, literal, like, spirit self. Not like, spiritual, essence, like, your beliefs or whatever else. But, like, even though I wish they would, like, do the spiritual, religious exploration of, like, culture and background and what do you believe and actually what the world has. But also I'm just talking about, like, the concept that you'd be like, imagine you have, basically, an MC who's like, I do have some sort of, basically, physical difference from most people. And it's very aggravating. I'm fine as I am. But y'all, like, finally now I can exist like you and see what it's like and go, I didn't have a problem with this, you do.
There's that
Which
one.
also, though, I think was interesting in this case, because I'm like, I was just still have Corazon going, I still have my limp, I don't have a problem with this. You guys do. You've always had everybody going, you have to run faster. No.
No, I don't. You say I have to run faster. Okay, there's this thing that happens at work a lot, and this is going to be a reference to, like, basically cultural fat shaming, if you will.
Yes.
I say, where at my job, there are numerous people who do not consider themselves to be the weight they would desire to be, the size they would desire to be. And the thing is whenever there is equipment, and there's a lot of mobile equipment at my job, that is close together, and someone tries to squeeze between one thing and another, there's frequently a comment of, I'm not one of those skinny people who can just fit through things, or God, getting chunky, can't get through anywhere. And I'm like, the space is completely arbitrary. The stuff is on wheels, and the size was made by someone rolling it that close.
Yes.
Like, it is
You
not
have so much shame.
a statement on your size. It is not a statement on your mobility. It is not a statement on your ability to access spaces. It is literally an artificial construct of the equipment was just rolled there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that keeps happening. And I just keep being keenly aware of it, of going, every chance you get, and it's men and women, you're just shaming yourself for the condition your body's in.
It is all individuals because our society is built on these particular aspects. And if you don't, then what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any rate, so back to work. Interrogate the courtiers. With Lucio traipsing around in your body, I mean, the fool's body, it's not safe for you to get back, for you to go back where you are most vulnerable. You have to stay here while I do this.
Why?
We must bring the court to us, and I believe I know who can help us. You're going to drag the courtiers into the astral realm or whatever, or the Arcana realms?
What? This is a fascinating. What's the logic?
Here's a question. I was gonna say, what makes us unsafe?
That's what what's the logic behind any of that?
And I was gonna say, as a spirit without a body, what makes us less safe in the physical world than in the astral world or whatever it is, or the Arcana
and
world?
also, I thought we couldn't go back. That was part of the problem.
I was say, and so it's like...
My whole brain is completely lost right now. I'm sorry. I'm fascinated, but I want to see where this came from, if it ever gets addressed at all, because I don't understand the logic jump
when you
at
say
all.
you're not going to be safe there, what do you mean?
According to whomst? And the Star never told us anything. The High Priestess never told us anything. No one has mentioned, brought it up, discussed it, not even... I
don't remember Astra saying it's not safe for you to be here without your body.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And even remember in the other one, we were without our body running around for a while, and we actually talked about the whole instance where we had to talk to the birds, and the birds talk, the bird and, because we had to talk to Malak, and Malak talked to Julian and Astra for us, basically. Yeah, that was weird. I was like, no, we're fine.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. What's the logic? I need to know. I'm so confused right now.
And why do you think that, Nadia?
What? That's what I said. What's the logic? What is the foundation for this fear?
Because I remember we're vulnerable, but not specifically vulnerable, more in the corporeal world.
What? Oh, God. She leans forward and trails her fingers in the water. The surface glimmers just slightly, lighting up with a soft glow.
Oh.
And then a figure begins to emerge slowly from the surf, formed from bubbles.
Oh dear.
Nadia, is everything alright?
How the fuck do you know how to do that? That seems like...
wildly magical?
Yeah, I will...
Didn't he say, if you need help, just think of me and I'll be there? Was that actually right?
Yeah, there was something like that.
Yeah, so I guess... But I'm still just I feel so much in this one, Nadia actually knows more active magic than we do. And we're the magicians of print. I can't put it down. It still bugs me. Okay. His eyes fall on me. His face lights up with a smile.
Yay.
Corazon! You're here! I should not be that excited at you. And you're glowing. I'm glowing.
I always have a glow. Good individual.
Azrael lets out a soft laugh and scratches at the back of his head. Your aura is changed so much brighter. You feel so much stronger now.
That's because Corazon is stronger. I did it to them. I helped them through their journey and made them stronger. It sounds like there's so much of ha.
I don't understand what character arc we were supposed to.
This sounds very much she's probably just being like, yes, it is, but it sounds very much like I'm taking credit for this.
Yeah, kind of.
Corazon is.
We can't even talk for ourselves here.
I'm going, why doesn't Corazon respond? It's just the aha. We've been quite busy. Yep, we did this. I was part of this. I made them stronger. Well, you managed things at the palace. How are things back there? I didn't think Asra was managing things at the palace. I thought Asra was waiting to see if we were going to need help. Being aware, guarding our bodies.
I don't actually remember. Yeah,
I mean, the one body.
I also thought the sisters were the ones who were going to take care of the palace.
Yeah, kinda. It's okay.
Okay, anyway.
The sisters, as far as I can tell, don't know Lucio's back yet,
so... But they also, I think Nadia did mention my sisters can handle themselves, and know how to do... But I'm Alright.
How are things back then?
Same as they've been. Lucio is insufferable as always, but he hasn't tried to enact any sinister plan yet.
He's pretty much just demanding servants to do shit for him. And
why anyone's accommodating him, I have no fucking clue.
Well, because they're confused and no one's ever given them direction otherwise.
It's fine.
I say no one looks at Nadia. Has ever directed them, looks at Nadia, to do something different.
Also looks at Portia.
Yeah.
Portia, hi, why are you not...
Portia, who has been accommodating every one of Nadia's breaks until you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good, I suppose. Do you have time to help us with a dilemma, then?
Of course, Nadia. Whatever you need.
We need you to bring the courtiers over to this side.
Oh,
all of them.
My God, what?
If you don't also bring Valdemar, since you just said the courtiers, I am going to be like, judging you.
I'm actually really stunned. We've seen, what, Valdemar maybe once?
Because you should have like 5 people here.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Uh-huh. Not just 3 or 4.
Oh, God.
However many of them you can find. She gets to disclaim any they don't bring.
Okay.
Vlastimil, Volgora, Volta, however many of them you can find. All at once. No.
Why not a Valdemar? And it's fine. You just can go, yeah, how many you can find?
Yep. I bet Astra will only do those 3 now.
Yep. The courtiers?
Uh-huh.
It might require a bigger trickery, but I think I can get them over there.
Based on your building the
corazon judges so hard.
You are a trickster, dude.
I said, I have no idea what he's calling tricks. Somewhere in the magician.
Somewhere the magician. You fucking tricked me, dude. Bro,
and I'm the trickiest of the lot.
Right. Well, I mean,
who knows? I'm exaggerating.
The fool
for comedic effect.
What happened?
Everybody going, you tricked the fool. I don't think it was.
The fool is baby.
The fool is baby. You know why the fool isn't in there? Because the artist didn't want to draw baby.
Because you might think baby was cute.
Yeah, but
All right.
I can get them over here. I frown, watching Nasser's face.
Going, you should have no trouble with this.
Doesn't the party have to be willing to travel over? What happens if they say no? Oh, well, that's good to know.
Oh, thank you.
Except for the fact that, does that again make sense for Lucio and being able to commit people to the fucking realm of the Arcana?
Okay, the party has to be willing to travel over. So we're saying that every person that had a random encounter with an Arcana, because that's the one they were most closely tied to, was completely willing. Julian, when he was sick and fever dreamy, was completely willing to go over to the realm to see the Hanged Man. And Nadia, when she was a child, was completely willing to go over this realm, even without knowing what it was. And anybody else who's run into one, which I assume the other ones have their arcane parallels, was willing when they accidentally wandered into the realm.
That is hilarious.
And I guess maybe that just means all of them have a good sense of adventure. So when they hit a space of, here's something new, you go, ooh, I want to do that.
Oh, sure.
Or curious, you know?
Yeah.
But how would the MC ever get over there? Because they have no sense of curiosity. None.
Shots fired. Anyway, what happens if they say no? Azra's face falls a little, and he coughs, looking away sadly. Nadia and Julian aren't the only ones with powers. I can get them here, one way or another.
He looks sad that he might have to force people to do things, because he also doesn't wish to be a tyrant.
I don't wish to do this thing! Corazon, really?
You don't want to control people.
And, and controlling doesn't involve, of course, not telling them things.
And controlling definitely doesn't involve
running away.
Bringing someone back to life without asking them. I assume that Asra didn't.
Or bringing someone else in their place.
I was gonna say, someone else's body. Yeah. I would say, but I assume Asra did not ask the MC's permission to bring them back to life.
I'm also just like, what broship?
I won't force anyone to do anything. It makes me grumpy. You might though, sir.
I actually, my homie,
individual.
I have to tell you.
Good person.
You two sit right there, right? I'll find who I can and send them over. You'll know when they're here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long.
Okay, so if we're actually in canon right now, what you've got is Nadia and the MC sitting on the edge of the island, casually just kicking their toes in the water, snuggled up to each other and going, hello, Asra!
Yeah.
And Asra floops up out of the water and sees the two of you sort of...
And only reacts to, wow, you look like you've changed. Especially when they were going to establish very much that he's going to be like, hey, you guys are flirting. Because remember when that happened and I was like, what the fuck?
And now he's not. It's just your
He
aura
doesn't
is
even
so
care.
strong. He doesn't care that you are snuggled up together, being gently like affectionate and also extremely casual. You know, pants up into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? You look like you're taking a really fabulous, adorable little break, and you're like, "Hello, speak to us about important business things."
Hello.
And he's like, "All right."
He disappears in a flurry of sea foam, sprinkling us with flecks of salt water.
Well, I suppose we should just sit here and wait then. If you offer to get naked when we're expecting unannounced company, I will laugh my ass off.
I will laugh too. Also, I'm like, Corazon, we have plenty of things to discuss, actually.
Yes.
Plans of action. Can you tell me a little bit more about the personalities of the people that I really haven't spent much time with?
Or also, like, what are we going to do when they get here? What's your plan of approach?
What are we planning on doing?
I say, you start.
Is there
Let's
magic
plan.
involved? I'm a magician!
Also, let's plan, calls Asura, does not talk to you at all. She did do that, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Let's plan this thing. And then she literally didn't speak to you.
Nope, no, slightly.
Alright, just checking. How fun. You hate, okay, you want a break all the time, but waiting isn't a break. Because it's work.
She seems like she constantly wants to do basically diverting activities. I want to be doing something that isn't the work.
And waiting is also work.
Yes.
So I can't sit here and just sit with my toes in the water feeling comfy on the sand, because then I'm waiting. I need to be doing another activity.
Nadia, make a sandcastle. Good gravy.
Also, fun. You're really I need to be having fun.
I can't help but the smile that tugs at my lips. You know how restless waiting makes Nadia.
Does it, though? Because when she's on a break, she's constantly basically pushing back everything, which is making her wait to get the thing done.
I know how restless waiting makes Nadia.
That's true. It kind of does. It also makes her restless to the point of I want a break because I'm waiting, and also restless to the point of I don't want to do it because it's not. I can't get it done. Right? It's not already done.
I mean, and that is. I understand that experience, but I'm also like, Nadia, you are just bad at so many. It's fine. Her fingers are already tapping tensely against her thigh.
I wonder which courtier he'll bring us first.
Why don't we talk about them? And plan our attack and what we'll do and say, and perhaps can we change what the area looks like? Do you think that would be sensible? Do we want them to feel comfortable, or ill at ease, or...
How can we strategize? Do you remember our first visit to Vlastimil's estate? You mean our only visit? We've only been there once, right? I think we've only gone there once.
Do you remember our visit? Yes.
Our one visit.
You're correct. We had one visit.
Our first and only visit.
Do you remember our first visit? Yes, our only visit? Of course I remember.
I feel like this is one of those things where someone, looks at you. It's one of those characters that romanticizes fucking everything, in a movie. And they look at you and go, do you remember our first visit to the zoo? It was 4 hours ago this morning and the only one we've ever done. And you get the other character deadpan. Yes. This is just it's something I've seen in romantic comedies all the time. This feels like that.
Yes.
Do you remember our first visit? Corazon?
Yes.
Our only visit. Yes.
How could I forget? I can still feel the slime on me some days. We have barely had that many. It's fine. I think honestly though we've had the most time with Nadia so far. Julian was we had 4 days with him or some shit like that.
Yeah, this
remember?
seems like more days than that for sure. It does. Whoops.
Yep.
Damn it.
Fit up some days.
I can tell by your face that you do. I haven't forgotten it.
Why wouldn't we just say that out loud?
I don't.
Why do we have to have an internal... Or think of, by the look on your face, you remember. Just let us have some sort of activity. I don't know how it goes.
That's okay, hold on. After that particular mishap, I kept thinking to myself, well, there's got to be a way to... Apparently not. I should teach you how to wrestle, just in case it happens again,
Nadia?
I should teach you how to wrestle just in case the worm happens again?
Yes.
I guess?
What?
Alrighty.
She slowly drags her gaze over my body as she places a hand over my own. Like I said, there's not going to be any... Just don't get your hopes up. This is not working, because we have some very different ideas about how to prepare for having a conversation with people that we've barely spent any time with!
Also going, what I should do is I should teach you how to wrestle, but kind of sexily, while again, we're waiting for unannounced visitors, because we haven't established that Asra will knock first.
Nope, not even slightly.
And,
will you be able to
just
tell?
do this.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I bet I could show you some things you've never seen before.
Oh, you can get it going.
Thank you. Give me some...
I'm too embarrassed!
Hattie,
Yeah, the answer is no.
give me some hands on training.
Yeah, no.
Neither one.
I am...
One, this is clearly
I want to,
a flirt.
throw my glasses.
This is clearly tonally just a flirt. It's not actually offering to teach you how to wrestle.
No, of course not.
It's just a cute way to flirt. But again, you're waiting for a very serious situation, honestly. Because again, corazon is still in a life or death situation. And going, I either do get a body back or I don't.
And also, we were just asserted by Nadia based on whatever. Let's just say somehow Nadia just knows the word of God. Okay. That we will be in danger if we leave.
Right.
Right. So we're even in more unknown danger than we know.
Right.
And then going, now we also have to deal with people we don't even really know.
And the thing is she barely knows the courtiers at all.
Yep.
And she's trying to basically convince them or trick them into exposing information, or press or twist their arm into it. And you're supposed to be involved or helping her somehow, potentially. And she's like, she doesn't seem to want to prepare. She doesn't seem to want to plan at all. And also, if you're trying to get the upper hand or prepare them for a serious conversation and they show up there while the two of you are romantically and possibly, erogeously entangled with each other in some way, even if it's just making out, what have you.
Or erotically, you could just say.
Erotically, that's what I was looking for.
I was like, erogenous.
Sorry. Erotically. I knew what I meant.
Erotically.
Entangled with each other.
Eros.
Rolling through the sand and splashing in the water. I don't think that's going to set them up to be cowed by any of your will.
Probably not. It might definitely throw some of them off. Wait, what?
Really? Oh, God.
This is what
So, I'm too embarrassed just seems like a weird sort of shame answer, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Maybe not right now, or later, or no thank you, or I'm too focused on the task at hand.
Right.
I feel like, again, I want the MC to have more of a sense of actually doing their job. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just have a problem with the MC's professionalism, because, again, this entire game is about doing a job. Again, it's a mystery, it's a romance, but I have such a fucking strong sense of professionalism that I cannot relate to, how much they're like, no, it's not about my job, I'm embarrassed, or, ooh, woo, yes, let's make out. I'm like, do your job well.
I'm sorry, I have definitely flirted with job things going on, but I don't do,
Ooh, woo.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very brief. It's not
It's also different than doing it with your boss.
Your countess?
Again, she's your boss, and your countess, and trying to be your date friend partner. And so, again, you have 3 layers of,
that we've never interacted with, other than going, we're partners, right?
Also
you're but what does that mean? What does that actually look like? Hey, emotionally, can we actually have check-ins where you go, hey, are you responding to me, like we've said before, as your countess or your partner?
Okay, one.
Or even just your friend.
Also going, okay, this request, is it as my countess, so it's a legal thing? Is it as my partner, so it's a relationship thing? Or is it as basically my boss? Because countess doesn't make them your boss, it just makes them your ruling body.
Yeah.
And going, which one of these things is this request?
Yes.
Anyway. Apparently the MC is very embarrassed. Corazon, oh God. Embarrassed. Oh, you are so cute when you blush. Nadia just layering over you her perception of what she wants in this realm where you can change reality. It's fine. Corazon, I'm what?
She lets out a soft hum and leans forward to kiss my cheek.
Honestly, Corazon could say that when going, this is what happened.
Yeah, but you're still standing. That's not happening. She's still sitting.
That's true. She couldn't do it. Very well, Corazon. But you should change your mind.
But should you change your mind?
But should you ever need us?
Should you ever need us?
But should you change your mind?
Should you ever need us?
I'll be happy to instruct you. Wink wonk. Winky. Wink face.
Before Nadia can say anything else, a door appears in the air in front of us, where no door was before. A tall, imposing thing carved out of sandy stone. Is this what Asra meant by knowing when they're here?
Hang on. So, in canon, they're sitting with their feet in the water facing the waterfall.
Uh-huh.
The door is out there in the water.
Yeah.
So whoever steps in is going to fall into the water unless they walk on it.
Yeah.
They're really just like, you're going to walk out straight into the water, and either you're going to
that's a way to throw somebody off, or put them completely on the defensive.
Right, can you imagine? They open this door and walk in and just into water, immediately swimming and floundering.
Yeah.
That's a power move.
I'm also like, what tall, imposing thing? Our character has really... I'm gonna laugh also if it's like, it's a fox. I'll be like, why didn't you just say it looks like an animal? No, I say like later.
Yeah.
Like, we'll keep going on, and it'll be something really simple, and you'll just like, just say elevator!
You know what's funny? A tall, imposing thing. Have you seen the library door? Have you seen it?
I know!
If that's not a tall, imposing thing, and that is also just, like, beautiful and you know...
Two of these things can be
striking.
Simultaneously the same. Anyway, so we're actually going to cliffhanger here.
time.
So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We're going to have to find out knowing when they're here later. So if you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, interact with the video. It actually does a lot for us in regards to YouTube algorithm.
It does.
Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi, Patreon, and our Twitch.
Woo.
We have some links in the description down below. We'd love to see you at those locations. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye.